Imagine a quiet, persistent hum growing louder with each passing month. It isn't a new song on the radio, nor the buzz of an excited crowd. This is the subtle but unmistakable sound of market forces, pushing two ancient assets back into the spotlight, gold and silver. For thousands of years, gold has been humanity's financial compass, pointing towards safety when storms gather. It's the quintessential heirloom, passed down through generations, holding its value like a wise old guardian. Now, it seems that Guardian is having a significant moment, flexing its muscles, and silver, its incredibly industrious cousin, is following suit. What exactly is stirring these precious metals from their deep historical slumber, sending their prices climbing steadily skyward? It's a complex story, woven with threads of economic anxiety, geopolitical drama, and a universal quest for fundamental security. One of the most potent drivers behind gold's impressive resurgence is a familiar, often unwelcome foe: inflation. Think of inflation as a tiny, persistent leak in your financial bucket, slowly draining the purchasing power of your hard-earned money. Over the past few years, many of us have felt its relentless pinch directly, noticing how our weekly grocery bills balloon, or how the cost of a new car seems to defy previous norms. When traditional fiat currencies, like the US dollar or the euro, start to erode significantly, people naturally seek refuge. They look for assets that have historically held their worth, assets that inflation struggles to diminish. Gold, with its millennia-long track record as a reliable store of value, becomes a shining, undeniable beacon in this inflationary fog. It's a tangible asset, finite in supply, and crucially, one that cannot be simply printed into existence by central banks. This inherent scarcity and independence from governmental monetary policy makes it a powerful hedge against rising prices, acting much like a sturdy umbrella in a monetary downpour. It's a simple, primal economic equation. When your paper money feels less substantial, you instinctively reach for something that always has been, and always will be, real and rare. Beyond the economic churn, the world stage has become a turbulent and unpredictable place. From regional conflicts flaring up, disrupting supply chains, to political uncertainties rippling across continents during pivotal election cycles, geopolitical instability has become a constant companion. When the global chessboard gets a bit too dramatic, investors instinctively seek out safe harbors. Stocks can tumble, bonds can lose their appeal, and even entire national currencies can come under severe pressure. Gold, in these times of heightened anxiety, acts as a universal insurance policy. It's an asset that transcends national borders, political ideologies, and specific economic systems. It doesn't rely on the stability of any single government or the robust performance of a particular economy. When news headlines paint a picture of an unpredictable, volatile future, the demand for gold often surges. It's not just about immediate fear. It's about a deep-seated human need for fundamental stability when everything else feels profoundly shaky. It's the financial equivalent of a meticulously constructed bunker designed to weather almost any storm. And it's not just individual investors looking for shelter. Even central banks, the ultimate custodians of a nation's strategic wealth, have been quietly but consistently increasing their gold reserves at an unprecedented pace. They are strategically diversifying their national assets. For many decades, the US dollar has reigned supreme as the world's primary reserve currency. But as global economic power shifts and geopolitical tensions simmer, many nations are growing wary of having too many strategic eggs in one basket. Buying gold allows central banks to significantly reduce their reliance on any single fiat currency, especially the dollar, providing a crucial cushion against potential future economic shocks or currency fluctuations. Countries like China, India, Turkey, and Poland have been notable buyers, adding hundreds of tons of gold to their vaults in recent years. This systematic, large-scale buying by official institutions not only adds a significant floor to gold prices, but also signals a broader institutional shift in confidence and a strategic repositioning of national assets. It's a subtle, yet profound nod to gold's enduring relevance, even in our digital age. The intricate dance of interest rates also plays a crucial role in gold's performance. Gold, unlike a bank deposit or a bond, doesn't pay any interest or dividends. So, when real interest rates, which are essentially the interest you earn after inflation has eaten away at your returns, are high, holding gold can feel less attractive. You're missing out on potentially higher returns elsewhere. However, when real interest rates are low, or more importantly, when they are widely expected to fall in the near future, the opportunity cost of holding gold diminishes significantly. In fact, periods of negative real rates, where inflation outstrips interest earnings, make gold even more appealing as it preserves capital better than cash. Recently, central banks around the world have raised interest rates aggressively to combat stubbornly high inflation. But the market now widely anticipates that these rates will eventually come down, perhaps quite significantly, as inflation cools and global economies slow. This widespread expectation of lower future interest rates makes non-yielding gold considerably more alluring, prompting investors to get ahead of the curve. It's like anticipating a long, rainy season and wisely buying your umbrella beforehand. The US dollar's strength or weakness also casts a long shadow over gold prices. Gold is predominantly denominated and traded in US dollars on international markets. Therefore, when the dollar weakens against other major global currencies, gold effectively becomes cheaper for international buyers using euros, yen, or other foreign currencies. This naturally stimulates demand from non-dollar holders and, in turn, pushes prices higher. Conversely, a strong dollar can make gold more expensive for these international buyers, thus dampening demand. Over the past year, while the dollar has certainly had its moments of strength, there have also been significant periods of consolidation and even weakness against a basket of currencies. These periods have undoubtedly contributed to gold's consistent upward trajectory. This inverse relationship isn't always perfectly linear, but it's a significant dynamic that often influences the ebb and flow of precious metal markets globally. It's a subtle currency ballet, where the dollar's unpredictable performance sets a crucial part of the stage for gold's next strategic move. Now, let's turn our attention to silver, gold's more versatile, often more volatile, and arguably more exciting sibling. While gold often plays the role of the steadfast patriarch in the investment family, silver is certainly the energetic, incredibly industrious younger brother. It shares gold's ancient lineage as a monetary metal, having served as tangible currency for millennia. And yes, it too acts as a vital safe haven, frequently moving in tandem with gold, especially during times of economic uncertainty or market stress. When investors flock to gold for safety, they often bring silver along for the ride, drawn by its relatively lower price point and its typically higher volatility, which can lead to even greater percentage gains when markets are moving up. But silver truly distinguishes itself with a unique twist in its tail, its immense and ever-growing industrial demand. Unlike gold, which is primarily treasured as an investment and decorative jewelry metal, a very substantial portion, often over half, of annual silver production is consumed directly by industry. Silver is a true marvel of chemistry and physics. It's the absolute best electrical and thermal conductor of all known metals, incredibly malleable, highly ductile, and possesses unique antimicrobial properties. These unparalleled characteristics make it utterly indispensable in countless modern technologies now driving our future. Think about the explosive growth of solar panels. Silver is a critically essential component in photovoltaic cells, precisely capturing the sun's energy. Every time a new solar farm goes up or a rooftop glints with new panels, it's consuming significant amounts of silver. Electric vehicles, with their increasingly complex electrical systems and advanced battery technologies, also require substantial amounts of silver for conductivity. Consumer electronics, from your smartphone to your laptop, all rely on tiny but vital silver components. Medical devices, water purification systems, and even certain high-performance textiles all utilize silver. The global push towards green energy solutions and continuous technological advancement creates a relentless, expanding appetite for silver that mining simply struggles to keep up with. It's the unsung hero, the quiet workhorse, enabling our shiny, modern tech world. This ever-growing and diversified industrial demand provides a powerful, fundamental structural tailwind for silver prices, quite distinct from its traditional safe haven appeal. Adding to the consistent upward pressure for both gold and silver are the very real and increasingly challenging constraints on their supply. Finding and extracting meaningful quantities of gold and silver is no easy feat in the 21st century. New major discoveries are becoming increasingly rare, and existing mines face a growing litany of challenges, including escalating operational costs, stricter environmental regulations, and complex political hurdles. Furthermore, the average grade of ore, meaning the concentration of the metal within the extracted rock, is generally declining across the globe, making it progressively more expensive and energy-intensive to extract the same amount of metal. It takes years, often over a decade, to bring a new major mine into production. This means that supply is relatively inelastic. It cannot quickly ramp up to meet sudden, unexpected spikes in demand. For silver, specifically, a significant portion of its global production comes not from dedicated silver mines, but as a byproduct of mining other base metals like copper, lead, and zinc. This intrinsically ties silver supply to the fortunes and demand of those primary metals, adding another layer of complexity and often limiting its independent increase. So, even as global demand climbs steadily, the pipeline for new supply remains stubbornly constricted, creating a classic and persistent economic squeeze. Finally, there's the ever-present and influential force of investment demand. Both savvy retail investors and massive institutional players are increasingly turning to precious metals as a core component of their portfolios. Whether it's through tangible physical bars and coins, easily accessible exchange-traded funds, or sophisticated futures contracts, the collective appetite for gold and silver as robust investment vehicles has grown considerably. This isn't just about hedging against inflation or mitigating geopolitical risk. It's also fundamentally about diversification. Many astute investors are actively looking for assets that don't always move in lockstep with the broader stock market or bond markets, providing a valuable and steady ballast to their overall portfolios during turbulent times. The narrative around precious metals has also subtly shifted. What was once perhaps considered old-fashioned is now increasingly seen as a prudent, forward-thinking strategy in our undeniably uncertain and volatile economic landscape. Social media platforms and influential financial commentators have also played a role, bringing these ancient, enduring assets to a new generation of investors looking for alternatives. It's a self-reinforcing cycle. Rising prices attract more widespread attention, which in turn fuels further investment demand, pushing prices even higher. When we pull back and look at the broader tapestry of global finance and economics, the rising prices of gold and silver collectively tell us a profound story about the true state of our modern financial world. They reflect a growing, perhaps unspoken, erosion of widespread trust in the long-term stability of fiat currencies and the perceived long-term solvency of governments drowning in unprecedented levels of national debt. It's a quiet, but increasingly clear vote of no confidence in endless money printing, unchecked fiscal extravagance, and the potential for devaluing currencies. The world is grappling with an array of complex, deeply intertwined challenges. Persistent, sticky inflation, increasing geopolitical fragmentation, and the monumental, resource-intensive task of transitioning to a sustainable green economy. In this environment, the enduring allure of tangible, scarce, and universally accepted assets like gold and silver becomes almost magnetic. These metals, despite their age-old status, are anything but relics. They are dynamic, sensitive indicators, constantly responding to the subtle shifts and seismic tremors beneath the surface of the global economy. So, the next time you hear about gold or silver making headlines for their climbing values, remember, it's much more than just a fleeting market trend or a simple fluctuation. It's a powerful reflection of much deeper currents at play across our planet. It speaks to a collective human impulse to seek safety, to diligently preserve hard-earned value, and to find something solid, something tangible, to hold on to when the ground beneath our feet feels less firm and predictable. These ancient metals, once the very bedrock of our monetary systems, continue to serve as a vital, sensitive gauge of global confidence, whispering warnings and offering reassurance in equal measure. Their quiet, relentless ascent isn't just about their own intrinsic shine. It's about the uncertain and often fading luster of everything else around them.